So as you can see here, we have stored the value and the next address. And the starting address is 25. And as you can see, the third product 3C, the next address, we don't have null here. It is pointing to 25, which is the address of the first element. So this is the circular singly linked list. The last node will point to the first node. So how it will point? We have to just update the last node next field with the first node starting address. Okay. So circular singly linked list. This is circular doubly linked list. Sorry. So till now we saw circular singly linked list. Now we are going to see circular doubly linked list. So circular doubly linked list, we have the previous address and the next address. And as you can see, the last element will point to the first and the first element will point to the last. Since it is doubly linked list, there is a two-way here. The last node will point to the first and the first node will point to the last. How? Like the last node is present in the address 200. So the previous address of the A, that is data A, is 200. But in the case if it is a normal doubly linked list, previous address will be null. But we have updated here it as 200. So this will point to the last node. Similarly, if you see the starting address of the first node is 50, which is present as the next field of the last node C. So example like product ID name, here you have previous address and the next address. And here the starting address is 25. As you can see, the last node C, the product 3C has the next address as 25, which is pointing to the first node. And you can see the previous address of the first node points to the last node address 150. So let's do the algorithm of insertion at the end and we'll see the Java program of it. So we have to allocate the node. So for the allocation of node, what you have to do, we already have a class that is node, a template which we have discussed in the last class. So we have to call that class. So the class name is node. So we have a function, a method here, public void append, and you're giving the parameter int new underscore data. And then we have to allocate the node first step, and you have to put in the data second step, and you have to set next as null. So we are calling the class node in order to create a node like new underscore node, and you're giving the parameter new underscore data. First, you have to check whether the linked list is empty or not. If it is empty, then there is no doubt that this new node is the head node. So you have to make the new node as head and you have to return. That's it. But in case this is not the starting node or the linked list is not empty, then you have to go till the last node and you have to make the next of it as null. Yes. So the new node next, you have to first make it into null. Whatever new node you're going to insert, make that new node as null. And then you have to traverse till the last node and you have to make the last as a head. Okay, you have to make the last as head, and then you have to check whether the last dot next is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, then the last next will be the last. So last dot next will be the last. It's like you're putting that last element into a temporary variable, and the new element's last field, that is the next field, is nothing but the next field, I mean this D's address, right? So the new node's next field is the address of the new, the last node, that is D. So before the element E got inserted, D was the last element in the linked list, and it was pointing, the next field was pointing to null. So in order to insert E at the end of the linked list, first we have to store this D somewhere. In order to make that, you have to make the last dot next into a variable last, okay? And then the new node, no, that new node is equal, you have to make the next of the last node, that is this D's last next field. Instead of null, you have to make it into the address of the new node. Got it? So new node will be the last dot next field, and you have to return. You have to change the next of the last node of the linked list. So I have in my linked list A, B, C, D, and D is the last node of the linked list. So I have to make the next field of the last node to the address of the new node, right? So the new node is E. So I have to make it from null to the new node address. So in order to make, we just like new underscore node is equal to last dot next. So this last dot next is actually in the last variable. Yes, that is stored here. When it is stored, while last dot next is not equal to null, till that time you're storing something in the last variable. So in order to preserve the loss of data, okay? So this is the step for the insertion at the end. It's simple, like you're making the null field into the address of the new element. That's it. So this is the output for it. So I'll have a quick review what we saw. Like we saw circular linked list. So there are three types of linked list. One is single linked list, double linked list, and circular linked list. And in circular linked list, there are two types. One is circular singly linked list and circular doubly linked list. So circular linked list is nothing but the linked list in which the last node points to the first node. So if in the case of circular singly linked list, there will be only one address field, and the last node will point to the first node. That's it. But if you have a circular doubly linked list, we have, as it is doubly linked list, there are two address field. One is previous address and next address. So the first node will point to the last node, and the last node will point to the first node. This is circular doubly linked list. And now the program, we saw like how, if we have to check, first you have to allocate the node using the class node, and then you have to put in the data, and you have to check whenever you're going to insert. The first basic condition is to check whether the linked list is empty or it is full or something like that. But the basic thing to be checked is whether the linked list is empty. If it is empty, there is no other procedure. We just have to push the node. That's it, and make it as a head node. But if it is not empty, then we have to go till the last node. So this new node is going to be the last node. So you have to make the next of it as null. So we know that we are going to insert the new node at the end of the linked list. Since it is going to be inserted at the end of the linked list, we are going to make the next of the node as null. So this is about single linked list algorithm. In the previous session, we saw a program, the single linked list Java program. Only one insertion we saw, that is at the front of the list. This insertion is at the end of the list. And in the next session, we will see about how we can insert in the middle of the list. But all these three insertion we saw with respect to single linked list. We are yet to see Java programs for double linked list and as well as for circular linked list. This algorithm and the corresponding program is for the single linked list, second type of insertion. And we saw the concept of circular linked list. In the previous session, we saw the concepts of single linked list and double linked list. Today, we saw like how singular linked list and circular singly linked list and circular doubly linked list is used and with the example. This program is with corresponding to the single linked list, okay? And you have to traverse till the last node and you have to make the last node next field to the address of the new node, okay? So these are the 6 steps and we saw the program. I'll show you the program here. So as you can see in the previous session, we saw like how a class node is created because we are going to repeatedly create nodes with the data field and next field. So it's better to have a template. So we created a template and we made a push operation. Push operation means inserting a node at the front of the list. That has a 4-step process. But now we saw the insertion at the end of the list. So this has a 6-step process. And then printing. So we are going to just append it and we are going to see the output. So that is the output. I'll share you the program. You can run and see.